Hello. This is going to be a quick little workout, maybe in the morning or whenever time, kind of focusing on circulation in the legs. So a very beginner type of a yoga practice, modified a little bit for seniors. So we're gonna start with our feet together and just take a few shoulder rolls just like that. So that'd be a great way to just kind of get some circulation going in the shoulders. And just when you're doing that, just take some nice big deep breaths. So nice strong inhale maybe, and then an exhale, let it go. And then inhale, and then exhale. And again, kind of forcing that nice strong exhale. Hopefully you can hear me. One more time, inhale and exhale. All right, now we're gonna add that in with an arm circle up and take a look up at your hands, but we're not really going back very far. We're just kind of tipping our head up. If your neck doesn't like it, then go ahead and just look more straight. And then a big exhale and take it down. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. Good, and do that again. Inhale. And right now we're exhaling out of the mouth. All right, nice strong breath. Inhale and exhale. All right, so this time we're gonna inhale and exhale out of the nose. The reason we do that is to create internal heat. It's called an ujjayi breath in yoga. So big inhale right here. And on the exhale, and again, inhale and exhale. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale, getting the shoulders warmed up, and exhale. Nice. Again, shrug the shoulders, slide them back. This time, keep them back, kind of reaching towards the floor, and then we're just gonna come halfway down. So if I turn this way, you can see that my back is nice and flat. What I'm trying to avoid is this roundedness in the spine. So I wanna get the back nice and flat. My knees are a little bit bent. You might straighten your legs, you might have them bent. What we're focusing on is that long, flat spine, reaching back, top of the head forward, pushing that bubble out that wants to exist between the shoulder blades, all right? Now we're gonna take a little twist with this. So my left hand is coming across my right shin. If you can reach lower, that's fine, but somewhere in there. My right hand is on my right hip, and I'm gonna twist. You can see this leg is pretty straight, but this leg is bent. And I'm just gonna look up. Take those big deep breaths. So nice strong inhale, nice strong exhale. Do that again, inhale and exhale. We're gonna try to do the 3 breaths on each side. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll come back to center, right? Just let our arms hang. Maybe grab hand to elbow, let your head hang. And then roll slowly up. Now if you get a little lightheaded, just get your hands on your thighs. And it's good to be close to the wall. Sometimes when we come up, we get a little lightheaded and the wall can be right there, okay? And then big inhale. Good, and this time as we exhale, we're gonna come back into that same position. Nice flat long spine. And then we're gonna twist the other way. So this time my right knee is bent, my left leg is straight. I'm gonna look up over that left shoulder and take 3 big deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Coming right back into forward fold. We'll hang out here for just a couple of breaths. Let your head hang, your knees are a little bit bent, maybe a little side to side with the upper body. And then roll up again, all the way up to standing. So here we go, big inhale. I'm gonna face the wall this time, exhale, go back. Now there's a little back bend there, and then inhale and exhale, right back into forward fold. Now, we're gonna get that halfway lift so the back's nice and long. Now your belly muscles, I want you to pull them up towards your spine here, right? And then come back down. Good, all the way up to standing, big inhale. Exhale, lengthen and go back. Inhale, here we go. Remember these core muscles, they're zipped up right from the inner thigh, right? Right from the inner thigh into the core, right into forward fold. Half halfway lift, long spine. Pull the belly muscles up. Exhale, fold. All the way up to standing, big inhale. Exhale, little tiny back bend, so we stretch it out. Inhale up. Now, exhale, contract your core. Go down. Halfway lift, the core still contracted. Exhale, fold. All the way up to standing. Exhale, stretch it out. Inhale, exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. All the way up to standing. Exhale, go back. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, really squeeze those belly muscles. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way up to standing. Exhale, go back. Inhale. Exhale, really strong here in the center. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way up to standing. Exhale, go back. Inhale, exhale, hands to center. So that's our sun salutation. We call that a half sun salutation. Hopefully you're still close to the wall, and we're just gonna do a push-up, call it chaturanga in yoga. So our hands are about shoulder height. Now I wanna make sure that I'm not doing traditional push-ups where the elbows are out like this. I want them tucked in like this, right? So my fingertips are about shoulder high. Take them to the wall. My feet are a good 2 feet away from the wall. So there's this little angle of my body. So that as I get close to the wall, my elbows go into my bottom rib, and then I'm just gonna push it back out. Now the key is to keep, again, this core part of your body tight. The belly button drawn in, the tail tucked under a little bit, so we don't get this sway, right? We're gonna pull that all in, everything tight to center, right from your inner thighs, okay? So here we go. We're gonna see if we can get 10 in. So exhale, inhale, yeah? Exhale, inhale. Now my face is getting really close to the wall. Exhale, inhale. Squeeze your belly muscles. Exhale, inhale. Again, exhale, inhale. Again, exhale, inhale. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, bringing your elbows as close to that bottom rib as possible. 2 more. And last one. And push out nice and slow. So we don't want to get going too fast with that. Keep that nice and slow. So let's shrug the shoulders, pull them back, drop them down. Then just take your hands behind your back like this. Okay, interlace your fingers if you can. If you can't get them back there, use a towel. I think you probably can touch them. And then we're just gonna push straight down. So I'm not really coming out like this. I'm just pushing straight towards the floor. Sometimes when we do that, we get going like this, and we don't want that. Again, we want to squeeze our core muscles in nice and tight. Squeeze the inner thighs. Keep pushing the hands towards the floor. And just for maybe 2, 3 breaths, right? Just a short little stretch with that. Opening the shoulders up. They're used to being rounded like this, and we're just opening them up. Should feel good. And then release. Good. I'm going to take the hands back to the wall. You can see my feet. All right, and they're in that same position, so about 2 feet away from the wall. All right, and I'm just gonna come all the way out. Now you might have shoes on, you could do this in bare feet. If it feels okay in bare feet, great, otherwise shoes are fine. And then we're gonna come down nice and slow. So again, contracted core. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And we're going to try to get 10 of these in again, so that's about 5. We'll do 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, strong core, 2 more. Okay, we're going to come all the way as high as we can, so way up there. Just hold it. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Squeeze your kneecaps up towards your quads. Squeeze your belly muscles in tight. We're still holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down slow. Good. Take your right foot back. Point your toes so that the top of your foot is pushing into the floor. Just hold it. And then switch to the other side. Way back there, point your toes, push the top of your foot into the floor. Nice. All right, so we're going to turn around and just get our back against the wall. Good, hopefully I've got the camera right. And then I'm going to take my feet back out into that same spot, right? And if you're nervous about falling, then get a chair beside you on one side so you can grab the chair if you need to. And we're just going to get down, not really too low, right? Because then it's hard to get out of, but maybe like here. My feet are hip width apart. I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs towards each other. If you have a block, you can put it in between your thighs right there to give it a squeeze. And that engaging of the inner thighs is going to come right into these lower core muscles, of zipping those core muscles back towards the wall. That's what we want to focus on, is pulling our core muscles back into the wall, squeezing the inner thighs. We're just sitting here. We're just sitting here for like even up to a minute, if you could sit there for a whole minute. Today we'll do about 30 seconds. And if you can get longer into that, then you can pause this and stay there longer. So one, we're creating strength here in the legs, but really focusing on that strength of the legs coming from our core. We're only as strong as our core, right? So that needs to be our primary focus here. And just keep the shoulders going back. And so for these last 10 seconds, I want you just to take your arms up into like a cactus position, like 90-degree angle. So this position on the wall. So if I'm on the wall, I'm like looking like that, right? And at some point, you won't need the wall and you'll be able to come out here like this and be able to just stay here, squeezing the inner thighs or a block between your thighs, pulling your core muscles in and just staying here in this powerful pose, right? 3 more seconds, 2 and 1. So we'll release nice and slow up the wall, right? And then we're gonna come halfway. Remember this, right? Nice flat long spine. And then all the way into forward fold. Good, bend your knees, come all the way up to standing. Good, big inhale. Let's just do it one more time. Here we go, exhale. Halfway lift. Forward fold. All the way up to standing. So hopefully, after you've done that for a few days or a week, you don't get that lightheadedness going up anymore, right? That should go away. If you can get down on your knees, here's the last thing we're gonna do today. And we're gonna be right here on all fours. If you can't be on all fours, you don't like to be on your knees, then sitting in a chair works just as well. So here we go. We're gonna pull these core muscles up towards our spine and arch our back like a mad cat. Okay, and go as hard as you can, really squeezing your belly muscles up. And then on the inhale, we're gonna do the opposite. Let our belly muscles fall, pull the shoulders out of the ears, look forward at the wall. Yeah, so you can see now there's a sway, we call that cow, like the back of a cow. And then on the exhale, I pull the belly muscles up and I'm really squeezing them up as hard as I can, pulling my tail down and tucking my chin. And don't go fast on this. Inhale, lift the tail, the chest, and the chin. Now look at my shoulders for a second. They're not here, right? I'm pulling my shoulders away from my ears when I do that. Exhale. And inhale. And we'll try to get at least 6 of those in, nice and slow. And inhale. Exhale. Be pretty aggressive with that pull of the belly muscles up. And inhale. Good. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. So So as we finish this next one, we're gonna come halfway back, all right? And hopefully you're close to a wall like this, okay? So we're gonna extend the right arm out, and eventually you won't need the wall, but today we're beginning, let's do that. Touch the wall, bring your ear and your bicep close together. And then we're gonna kick the opposite leg out. So if I have my right hand on the wall, my left leg goes out. And I'm just holding it, and I'm pulling these core muscles up, right? It's a little bit of work. 5, 4, push into the wall, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. And first, find the wall, kick it out. So I'm pushing into the wall, but I'm kicking away from the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, switch again. Remember the core muscles, zip them up, pull them up towards the spine. 3, 2, 1, switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. So you should feel it right here at these lower part underneath your ribs, those core muscles. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Alrighty, so if you have tennis balls or therapy balls, we'll finish up with that. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide them into the pit of the knee. Okay, into the pit of the knee. And my knees are at least hip width apart. Gently slide back, right? I'm going to have my hands out here, right? And I'm just going to move from side to side like that. Right, just side to side. It might be super painful. It might just be a little bit uncomfortable. But what's happening is we're creating stimulation or circulation in the legs, right? In the lower part of the legs. And then we'll just move it into the mid part of the calf and the same thing, and just side to side. Yeah, and then down. And just side to side like that. You can take a little more time or a little less time. If it's super painful, don't go at it too hard because you can bruise those muscles. So we want to go, fairly gently at the beginning, but it will create stimulation into blood circulation down into your feet, which is huge, right? All right, so we're going to end today with our legs up the wall. Did you see how I got into that? So I sneaked up to the side of the wall like this, so my body's sideways. And then when I roll back, I can just slide my legs up the wall like that, okay? And hopefully you're fairly close. And what we're gonna do is slide the right leg off the wall like that. Now I want it to be as straight as possible, so if there's a bend, that's okay, but I'm working towards straightening the leg. My hands are supporting behind the thigh. This is all to do with circulation in the legs. We should have stimulation from our foot all the way up into the insertion at the hip. If we don't feel that tingly work, then we need to work towards getting that. So we'll start with an ankle roll and change direction. Good, and now this is key. Point really aggressively, like as hard as you can point your toes, and then flex your foot as hard as you can flex your foot. Right, I'm supporting back here, but I'm working on this straight leg. And point and flex. Now I want to kind of push my butt and my tail into the floor as I do this. And as I do that, pressing my tail towards the baseboard here, I can really start to feel this tingly sensation all the way up my leg into where it inserts here at the hip. And that's what we're working towards, is keeping that stimulation going all the way up the leg. So we'll do 4 more really aggressively. 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice. And then we'll just go ahead and take that leg back to the wall. So switch over to the other side. And we started with a little roll of the ankle, crack, crack, crack. Hopefully get everything into place. Just moving it around a little bit. Good, and then point your toes and flex your foot. And point your toes and flex your foot. And point and flex. Again, leg as straight as possible, tail pushing towards the baseboard. Work towards a straight leg. Those hamstrings, keeping those hamstrings long, so important to the ability for the pelvis to float the way it's supposed to. Okay, I think 4 more might even us out. 3 more. 2. 1 more big aggressive one, and then back to the wall. Nice, so let's just shake the legs out a little bit. And we're gonna shake them down the wall a little bit, right? And they don't have to go super far, but just wherever you feel that there's not any discomfort in the knees. We never want discomfort in the knees. If there is, then just come here. All right, just for a few breaths like that. You can support under the knees. Maybe close your eyes and take like 5 big deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So now we're going to work the legs together and over to the right side, just like that. Just lay them down on the floor. Roll your shoulders back as far as they go. They might be a little bit like this, right? That's okay. If you can get the arm flat, that's fine. Take another 5 breaths there. And then all the way over to the other side. So I just work my feet over there as best I can, and then roll the other way. So now we're stretching out these core muscles and the shoulders and the lower back. Lots of goodness going on there. For 3, 2, and 1. The easiest way to get up is to roll your whole body to that side and then slowly push up from that side, and we're all done. Good work. Can't do that too much, so you could do that every day, every single day. All right, see you soon.